How's it going, everyone? Sergio here, back with another inventory update at Brampton Mitsubishi, and I have for you a 2024 Hyundai Venue Preferred. So this is part of Hyundai's very tiny or smaller SUV, and again, this is going to be the Venue. This is powered by a 1.6 liter four-cylinder engine, automatic transmission. And this is the preferred, which is going to be the middle trim. Love the design of these wheels, actually. So this is going to have a couple features, obviously, that we'll go through on the inside that are make it a little bit different from the base model. But overall, cute little small SUV to kind of get around. Let's take a look inside. So it is a full remote keyless access, so it is a push button start as well. And on the inside, this being the middle trim, it's going to be finished in this cloth interior with this kind of racing stripe on the seats. Very, very cool. Again, this being a 24 model, obviously the car looks just like brand new. Let's take a look inside. Okay, so this car has just under 17,000 kilometers. So like I said, essentially like a brand new vehicle. Really nice place to be. So again, the steering wheel now is leather wrapped, which is one of the big differences between this and the Essential, which is the basic trim. You're going to get full automatic headlights on this one here. You do get the blind spot monitoring in the mirror itself. Otherwise, everything else is all a very easy place to be and use. Gauge cluster, I don't know if it gets any more simple than that. You have your rev counter on the right-hand side, and they kind of showed in this kind of cool decimal kind of style rather than a traditional gauge, and then your speed on the left, and that's about it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Little information in the middle that you can cycle through a couple different options to see in here, but otherwise a very, very simple display. You have your temperature down the bottom right, and in the bottom left you have your fuel gauge, and that's about it. Nice and straightforward. It's a perfect starting vehicle for someone looking to get into a new car. This is going to be an excellent option. Temperature control is about as easy as it gets. Temperature, fan speed, and direction where you want the air to go. Button for the air conditioning and a button for the rear defrost. Now, this being the preferred, you do get heated seats and heated steering wheel, and then you also have access to this drive and traction mode. So when it's in drive or traction, you can select by just pushing down on it. Now, when you're in that desired one, when you twist it, you can go through your different modes. It's kind of cool that it changes colors. Awesome. So you have your eco mode, you have just your standard normal mode, and then you have a sporty mode. Again, I don't know how much of a difference the sporty mode's really going to make, but it'll probably make the car feel a little bit more peppy. Now, when you do click down on it, now it's going to switch over to the traction. You can do the same thing, but you have a snow, a mud, and a sand mode that you can choose from. So you're essentially telling the car on what level of assistance do you want based off of what the environment is like. And again, today you wouldn't have to worry about any of that, but you would just leave it in the normal mode. The radio, very, very nice. So obviously this being a 2024 model, you have the full suite of Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is all you really care about. So you can just connect it through the USBs, and you do have either one, USB Type-C and Type-A, so you have both of them there. Backup camera, let's take a look. Pretty good. And again, it has the guideline, so as you turn the wheel, you'll kind of see where the car is going to end up going. Shifter and everything is really, really nice. The seats are, very, very comfortable so far from what I can tell. And I like the design. Like, instead of just being a black seat, it has this kind of pinstripe, racing stripe through it. So it gives a little bit of a extra, fun look. Again, this is going to be aimed towards a, younger audience, or potentially someone looking to just downsize into a small but more upright seating position, small SUV. Storage space, pretty good. So you have nice big cup holders here, a big storage space here in the front. You do have this upper partial shelf, so I guess you can put like your phone and stuff for your passengers. The glove box is a pretty good size as well. And again, we have the full suite of books. The door pockets, not so good there, so you can probably fit a bottle, but they have nice big door handles. So again, you can probably throw a couple small things in there if need be. Center console, it's deep, so you do have that. You have a little bit of depth. Not the largest thing in the world, but overall, very comfortable place. And the big benefit of this car versus, say, an equivalent like Hyundai Elantra or something is the seating position. You're going to be much more upright. You can just see how much windshield I have. So I sit much, much taller in here. And again, there's just an enormous amount of headroom inside this car. So if you are on the taller side, you're not going to have any problems. Let's take a look at the back seats. Again, same kind of idea. So full power windows, power locks, nothing new there. And again, that racing stripe kind of carries through into the back. Again, all pretty straightforward. Storage space, not too bad. I mean, you have a spot here for your bottles, 3 full seat belts, and the seats, they do fold down as well if you need that extra space. Let's take a look at the trunk here. Very nice that the venue badge itself is filled in with white, so it's not just chrome, so it has that nice contrast, especially on this black paint. And trunk size, not too bad. So you have this little partial shelf, which is removable. And there are 2 different layers that you can have this set at. So right now I have it at the lowest setting, but you do have it where you can bring it up so it's a more flat floor. Underneath, you do have a temporary spare tire. Again, it's probably the most adorable one I've ever seen. This is probably a 13-inch or 14-inch. It's very, very tiny, but again, will get the job done. Again, with being a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder, the car is going to be very, very excellent on fuel. It's a cute little runaround, good space. Again, someone looking to get into their first vehicle, someone maybe new to the country, this is going to be an excellent first vehicle to get into. Plenty of factory warranty left, but going to be able to save on some of the pricing compared to a brand new. If you have any other questions, feel free. Sergio here at Brampton Mitsubishi.